as they say, as the area of our knowledge grows, so too does the perimeter of our ignorance. Mm-hmm. And that dude who jumped out of a perfectly good balloon, what's his name? Felix Baumgartner, he would have been about 2 millimeters above the surface of this globe. That's his edge of space jump. Now, I don't. It's fine. He wants to. I don't have a problem if he does it, but the honesty of it would greatly diminish what I think people thought he was actually doing. And not only that, they made sure to photograph him standing there with a really wide-angle lens, which curves horizontal lines. So in the photo, you see this curvature of Earth's surface. Wow, he's in space. Look at that. No, he's not. At that height, you don't see the curvature of the Earth if you are 2 millimeters above this beach ball. You just don't. That stuff is flat. That stuff is flat. That stuff is flat.
We choose to go to the moon. 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 Go to the moon. Go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. Choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. To go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. Choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. Choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. Go to the moon. We choose to go to
There was a famous experiment conducted by Eratosthenes. And the two cities in the old world, and one of them, they knew that at 12 noon on a particular day of the year, that the sun was directly overhead, and you can see the bottom of a well.
Oh, okay.
You don't run around looking at the bottoms of wells.
No.
Because the light doesn't take. It's just no.
Doesn't get down there.
Doesn't get down there. How can we use this observation to see if Earth's surface is curved? We needed another well. Turns out we can't see the bottom of both wells at the same time. What might explain this? Well, there are two possible explanations. First, we could have a flat Earth with a sun that's small and close by, so that the light hits the second well at an angle. We could have a flat Earth. 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 We could have a flat Earth with the sun that's small and close by, so that the light hits the second well at an angle.
Dawkins, don't...
Wait. We put a man on the moon. He's putting bootstrap there, and you're saying I need the flag to feel.
Dawkins, don't...
Wait. We put a man on the moon. He's putting bootstrap there, and you're saying I need the flag to feel.
Astrophysics and the military have actually been intertwined for centuries.
Millennia.
Or a dog. Don't they name a dog? There's a dog. A Disney
There's
dog.
a dog.
Pluto,
That dog was
yes.
drawn the same year that Pluto, the cosmic object, was discovered.
What
about the Bengals? I forgot who it was, about a year ago.
Yeah.
There's in overtime, after there was the exchange of balls, so now it's sudden death overtime. They kick a field goal from 50 yards, of course, as it must be, and 40 yards out plus the 10 plus the height distance. So it's like 52-yard field goal, and there it was. And if there's 10, everybody's silent, and the ball comes up, and it careens off the left upright and goes in for the win.
Wow.
And I said,
I remember this.
That's what I'm saying.
I remember this
That's
week.
what I'm saying. So then I said, wait, the angle of this, how long is it? So I checked the stadium, its configuration was longitude, latitude, and I said, I did a quick calculation, and I tweeted, the winning field goal in that game was aided by a 1/3 of an inch deflection to the right from Earth's rotation.
That is the nerdiest tweet I've ever read.
I mean, the argument you make really rests on the knowledge of science that the public holds. Rests on the knowledge of science that the public holds. Is there a war on science?
I don't want to say there's a war on science. I'm going to say there are people who think that if science disagrees with their personal philosophy, be it religious, cultural, political philosophy, then they sort of choose to think it's not real or is not true. Now, I've said before, the good thing about science, the objective truths of science, is that they are true whether or not you believe in them. Whether or not you believe in them. Whether or not you believe in them.
So a major hurricane has struck the east coast of the United States. And this is not the first major hurricane that we've seen. What does the public need to understand about extreme weather conditions and climate change?
Well, as the temperature of the Earth. Of scientists, why have science at all? By the way, we look at all these great pictures of the hurricane from satellites, from the International Space Assets. Space assets. Tell me you don't need space. It's keeping you alive. Tell me you don't need space. Keeping you alive. Millennials and later, born into a world with a smartphone, they all know the smartphone uses satellites and technology and complicated stuff that... unraveling of an informed democracy.
Specifically, who are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about culture. I'm talking about, you just look at...
Current elected leader.
No, one doesn't even have to be that specific. One doesn't even have to be that specific. There's a movement of people who want to think Earth is flat. The Earth is flat. That's specific. All right? So you know what that's evidence
Are they a
of?
fringe movement, or is that a majority of people?
It's, I thought, I recently saw a survey. It might have been as many as 15 or 20%. And more down is that they know it's flat, or they know it's flat, or they know it's flat, or doubt that it's round. And so maybe Earth is flat.
your brains have a role in this to contain that which is real and discard that which is not.
So truth is truth.
Objective truths are true whether or not you choose to believe in them. 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 In the interest of national defense, we all know people who, when they graduated high school, ran down the steps on graduation day and threw their notes in the air and said, "No more school," and celebrated that. If you celebrated no more school, the school failed at something. This Catholic should get you to be enchanted. Should get you to be enchanted. Enchanted. You become a lifelong learner when you leave school.
You do use this hashtag, Make America Smart Again.
Yes. Like I said, with flat earthers, people don't know that we're warming the planet. They're in denial of it. They don't know how to read the scientific consensus that has emerged from experiments and observations and models. There's, people who are rejecting vaccines for reasons that
They always treat you like a child, and they've stolen all your instincts to be wild. Maybe you swallowed all their lies, 'cause you opened up your ears and closed your eyes.
they think all this involves some level of rejection of some or total level of rejection of mainstream science.
It seems like a direct contrast to President Trump's tagline, Make America Great Again.
Well, I think you can't become great unless we remind ourselves what it is to be smart. We didn't get to the moon by being dumb. We didn't get to the moon by thinking Earth was flat.
Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying. Joe Rogan, what you been smoking? You know the earth's flat, and that's your fear factor. You're just a failed actor. Sold out to NASA. Neil Texas fail-shaped balls on your breath. Yeah, looky. Like when I use bunnies. Remember that?
I don't debate people. I don't debate people. People are debating whether the science is accurate.
Or the science has been politicized.
They cherry-pick science for their own political arguments, and that's tragic.
It was off by 10 days,
Yeah.
and the Pope said, we got to fix this. So
Pope fixed it?
Pope had his Jesuit scientists.
Okay.
The Jesuit priests were like the academic order of the Catholic. You're Catholic. You should be teaching this, okay?
I'm aware of my religion.
So there's a Vatican observatory to this day that at the time, before telescopes were invented, these Jesuit priests were put into the service of figuring out why the calendar was shifting in the year.
Well, am I correct in saying that it was a Catholic priest who first proposed the idea of the Big Bang?
Yes, George Lemaitre. Yes, the Big Bang itself. I got to give props to the Jesuit priests.
A couple of years ago, I was asked to do a Bible study group. I'm thinking Catholics don't do Bible studies, and to do a Bible study group in Houston. Catholics definitely don't do Bible studies in Texas. To do a Bible study group in Houston with a bunch of astronauts. I could do that, So I wound up at a dinner evening of about 12 couples, all of them astronauts and spouses. One of the guys, half of them are Catholic as it turns out, so much for Catholics not doing Bible studies. One of the guys came up to me and said, I just want to let you know, I believe in the absolute truth that creation was made in the 6 days just as described in the book of Genesis. And that's my religion. I just want to let you know that ahead of time. And I'm thinking, have you actually read Genesis? Where it says the world is flat and it's covered with a dome and there's water above and below the dome, where does the shuttle go? How come you don't get wet? Where it says the world is flat and it's covered with a dome and there's water above and below the dome.